Welcome back, people. Have some interesting news today. Let's say, a couple of months ago, I got word that they're making a live adaptation of Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. If you don't know what that is, it's a manga. It's also an animated series. So, let me give you a visual representation of this series. I have both PS2 games right here. Got Full Metal Alchemist 2 and 1 right here. As you can see, you have, here's a better picture right here. You have Alphonse Eric, and then you have Edward Elric. These are the main characters of the series. Now, the premise of the series, for all y'all you don't know about it. Basically, you have these two brothers. Their mother passed away, and they want to bring her back. So they decided to do a taboo. They decided to do alchemy. Now, alchemy itself is not taboo, but the taboo is bringing someone back to life. And in their world, alchemy equals equivalent exchange. To get something, you have to give something back. Equivalent. So they decided to bring their mother back. And in that process, spoiler for a series that began back in 2001, Alphonse loses his whole body and Edward loses his leg. Now, in that process, they brought their mother back, but it wasn't really their mother. It was just a mutilated body that's kind of alive. So, wasn't a good equivalent exchange. So, after that mess up, Edward decided to go ahead and sacrifice his arm to bring back Alphonse's soul. And he goes ahead and bonds that soul into a suit of armor. And that's how you get this right here. Suit of armor right here. Little brother Alphonse in the suit of armor. So that's basically the premise right there. After that, the whole idea is them trying to get their bodies back. So that's it in a nutshell. I'm not going to go any further because I don't want to spoil the story. It's an amazing story. This manga, it ran from 2001 to 2010. So that's 9 years of this story going. And it's been adapted to 2 anime series. You have Full Metal Alchemist and you have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, the first series, it actually adapts the first quarter of the manga. The reason why it does the first quarter is because the manga was still going and the anime was actually going pretty fast, so they decided to create their own story in-house, so they have a non-canon story ending to that series, which, for what it is, it's good enough. So, I would recommend y'all to check that out. But if you want to see the actual anime series in form, or the manga series in anime form, I'll check out the second part. This is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is actually the second adaptation to the series, and I'll say that this is the best adaptation because out of both of them, because this is straight from the first chapter of the manga all the way to the last chapter of the manga. Adapted it perfectly. And I have to say that this is one of my favorite animes of all time. Amazing story. So, I'll recommend, if you want to know about Full Metal Alchemist, check out the manga or check out Brotherhood. But if you do, also check out the first series also. But okay, we got that out the way. Now, interesting news. Live action adaptation, just told you, it's going to be based in Japan, so they're making it, not America, because America makes terrible adaptation. I mean, everyone saw Dragon Ball, and that was a terrible adaptation. So, what are my thoughts about this live adaptation? I'm pretty looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's going to be good. And I'm looking forward to it because Japan's track record in making live animated adaptations, live adaptation to anime, it's pretty better. It's way better than America because what they did, like the ones I know of, there's Gantz, which I enjoyed it. I still haven't seen the second one, but I saw the first one kind of, and awesome. And the other one, I'm trying to get a physical copy of this stuff. There's Rurouni Kenshin, which is also a really cool one. I hear that's amazing. I saw parts of the first one, and I'm trying to see all of it, but it's kind of difficult to where I'm at. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. Now, I just recently got some more news. Apparently, I'm hoping that this is from an article. I'm hoping that it was just a translation error, but apparently there's word that the producer is actually gonna make this whole series into just one movie. Now, that's where I have my concerns. I doubt one movie, an hour and 30 minutes, a 2-hour movie, I don't think that's gonna hold the entire story of Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, I don't think that's possible because Full Metal Alchemist, it's a big story. It's huge. I mean, you have a lot of stuff going on. You have a crazy origin story, you have a crazy middle story, and then the ending's crazy. I'm trying to say it away so I won't spoil nothing, but it's kind of hard. I mean, this series has been out for a while, but I bet there's still a lot of people who haven't seen this series, but I'm hoping it's just an error. I'm hoping they're not trying to adapt everything into one movie because it'll be a watered down version of the story. Let's see. I was hoping they'll go into a route of a trilogy because this could be made into a trilogy. And I'm going to say some stuff. This could be kind of spoily, but I'm not going to go into big details. I'm just going to say a few names. So, how can they make this into a trilogy? Now, this is my hopeful thoughts of hopefully this could happen. So, first movie, Full Metal Alchemist. I'll say that could be an origin story. We'll see everything about Edward Elric and Alphonse Elric and their process of doing the alchemy, why they're doing the alchemy, and then the years they do to train and become part of the military. I'll say that'll be the first one. And some extra stuff just to liven up the deal. Now, that's the first one. The second movie, they can introduce like I said, in the first one, they sprinkle in some awesome, cool stuff in there. Well, that awesome stuff, I'll say that in the second movie, they really show the homunculus. Show them and show what they're about, and then at the end of that, introduce more of the military stuff. Like, the military stuff. So there's that. And now, the third movie, the way I could see is, the middle one, you have the homunculus, and then you get sprinkles of the final villain kind of in that second movie. Third movie, you're introduced to the villain, like, hear his backstory, and then you go into the final fight. You get the military stuff and then the final fight. That's how I see it. It's probably hard for y'all who don't know what Full Metal Alchemist is, but for all the people who've seen the series, kind of know what I'm going for right here, y'all know that too. So, apparently that's what I'm hoping for. They'll make it into a trilogy, and instead of being some condensed story, they'll just have this amazing story in 3 separate movies. Trilogy, right there. Full Metal Alchemist Trilogy. Origin, The Rise, Fall of a God. There you go. Titles, kind of. So, yeah. Basically, those are my thoughts. The info about the whole 3-movie thing, hopefully it's false. Letting y'all know that there is going to be a live adaptation of this awesome series. And, another thing I learned is, apparently, there's some controversy. They have Japanese actors portraying these characters, like Edward and Alphonse. They're basically like white people, I'm guessing. Trying not to sound crazy here, but yeah, they're basically white people. Well, the controversy is they're having Japanese people playing Edward and Alphonse and, some of their characters. I don't really see the problem. I don't really care about what actors they're portraying. I mean, I don't really mind. The only thing I care about is the freaking actual story. To me, I think it's just silly that a lot of people are complaining that no, they shouldn't have a Japanese person playing Edward or stuff like that. Come on now, this is what we're in the it's 2016. Why are people still thinking like that? But it's really not my concern. Um, other than that, I don't really know much that's going on. I mean, it's still the news is still pretty fresh, so we'll see what's up. But other than that, besides the whole controversial casting, which is not really controversial, the whole one movie and the whole freaking series, stuff like that, I'll say that I'm really looking forward to this, regardless if it's one movie or three. I just want to see how this comes out because I like to see more live adaptation of my favorite anime because I love a lot of anime shows and I'm just glad this one's getting an adaptation. So I'm looking forward to this, like I said. And that's all I have for right now. People, please like, subscribe, comment down below. What are your thoughts about this live adaptation? Do you like this? Do you think it's a good idea to do this? Do you think it's a bad idea? What are your thoughts about me presenting my whole trilogy thing? That's all I have for right now, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time.